What's going on, everybody, and welcome to Terrell Speaks. I am your host, Timothy Wilkes, and this is the show where I do commentary on current events as well as other interesting topics. Be sure to follow me on my social media platforms, Timothy T. Wilkes on Facebook, Terrell Speaks on YouTube, and Terrell Guided Me Wilkes on Instagram. And also to show your support, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, engage, and last but not least, enjoy the show.
Indo, Indo, Indo.
Okay, now let's go ahead and get this party started. Yeah, I've been gone for a while, but yeah, I had to take a little break, had to recharge my energy, and also I took the second COVID vaccine. I did the first one and posted it on my page, but the second one was kind of a doozy. It gave me some COVID symptoms, flu-like symptoms. They only lasted a couple of days, so I recommend anybody take the vaccine now that may be. It seems kind of, rather. What would the word I be? What would be the word I would use? Concerning, but no, it's nothing to be concerned about. It's nothing life-threatening, anything like that. I had a couple of flu symptoms, and they went away, but it just means my body was building up an immunity for COVID. So if I actually caught it, it would be probably bad, but I wouldn't die. It'd probably be like a real bad flu or something like that. I wouldn't die from it. So I'm not just saying it as a corny ad or anything like that to promote things like that. I'm just doing this on my own free will because, like, I'm all against like corny ads and advertisement and stuff like that. If I say something, if I do any kind of promotion, it's always genuine. It's always from the heart. That's why when I promote other people's businesses, I try them and I do it from the heart. That way, it's more genuine. I promote. Okay, if you ain't tried this food, you don't know what you're missing. Things like that. I do it from the heart because I know. I know how it is to see a corny ad or see a corny commercial and things like that. I have a very short attention span. One of those ADHD kids, I was one of them. So I know how it is. I know how it is to be bored or see an ad and you're not interested in it. So I'm all about being genuine and authentic. That's what gets my attention. So that's what I do. That's what I produce. Authentic, genuine content. So that's why I'm telling you to get the vaccine. If you hadn't gotten it yet, or if you're having questions about it, or if you're thinking it's some kind of thing that they're doing experiments on people or they're trying to kill everybody off, that's not true at all. I took the vaccine just to see. I took it, and I had cold flu symptoms for a couple of days, and it went away. So I was fine, and my body's building up an immunity for it. So I'm okay. It's not the end of the world. It wasn't nothing life-threatening. People probably died in the beginning because they were still working on it. So I waited till the right time, and waited till all the kinks were worked out, and then I took it. So everything's good. Anyway, we're gonna get into the topic for today: the Chicago killings that I posted on my page. I wasn't going to talk about it because we know it happens all the time in Chicago, but in this case, it's been going on a lot more frequently. They've been going crazy up there. It's not, it's like they've been getting worse. It's just been massive killings up there lately, it's just been way more than it ever was before. And yeah, that's why I want to talk about it, and I want to voice my opinion on it. I'm going to read the article. I'm going to voice my opinion as it goes because I think it's a lengthy article, but I'm going to stop here and there and talk about my feelings, my concerns, my thoughts, things like that. But here we go. We're going to get into it. And I think it's kind of sad, especially the way they did during Juneteenth, first annual Black History holiday. It's just terrible. But anyway, gonna get into it. Chicago's most violent weekend of 2021. 104 shot, 19 of them killed, 13 kids among the wounded. And this article was produced July 6th, 2021, 11:52 a.m. It was 11:52 a.m. Okay. In the deadliest and most violent weekends this year in Chicago, over 100 people were shot over the long 4th of July weekend, 19 of them killed. So this happened over the 4th of July weekend, basically. This is how they celebrated fireworks with actual fireworks. Among the wounded were 13 children and 2 Chicago police supervisors. 5 of the kids were shot within 9 hours Sunday evening through early Monday. Both of the number of fatal shootings and the number of shootings overall are highs for 2021, according to the Chicago Sunday Times database of shootings. Okay, through July 4th, the most recent city data available, 2019, people have been shot in Chicago this year, an increase of almost 13% over the last year, a 58% increase in shootings compared with 2019. In one of the weekend attacks, 2 people were killed and 4 wounded, including a 12-year-old girl and a 13-year-old boy in Washington Park on the south side. That happened around the same time that a 6-year-old girl and a woman were shot in West Pullman, and about 4 hours after 11-year-old boy and a man were shot in Brainerd on the south side. And late Sunday afternoon, a 5-year-old girl was shot in a leg, also in West Pullman. The Washington Park shooting happened around 1:05 a.m. Monday in the 6100 block of South Wabash Avenue, where a large group of kids and adults gathered outside in a parking lot outside an apartment building to socialize and light off fireworks. Someone inside a car that drove by a group of people there started shooting, according to the police. Now this is so, and I've seen this a lot too. They're going around. It's been a lot of drive-bys lately. It's been a bunch of drive-bys up there. It's like they're going around just driving by, just shooting up crowds of people. And they've been shooting babies. They shot a 5-year-old. They're shooting children, shooting them in the legs. They're shooting, and even since, as far as I can remember, they've been killing babies. They've just been shooting. And a lot of these people that have these guns and have these weapons are teenagers, and it's just not. We can't continue to blame police for these things anymore. We can't blame police brutality for violent crimes anymore and things like that. We can't continue to blame racism and stuff like that. We know that what happened back when drugs and guns were placed into the neighborhoods, but there's a time now that things have to be done about it. You know, we can't just sit back and continue to blame things after 30, 40, 50 years. Now it's time for us to start being proactive. That's why I keep saying in my videos and my podcasts and things like that we have to start finding ways, coming up with ways to kind of stop this kind of stuff. Maybe even have programs in place, or have things to where these criminals, these shooters, are put away permanently. You have maybe need to have stricter rules, stricter guidelines, stricter laws against the guns in Chicago. There definitely need to be some type of gun laws in Chicago, because this keeps happening. You know, black people, our people, keep dying. You feel me? So, and we're killing each other. So that there should be something in place for this kind of stuff. It's just not, especially if it's getting worse. There has to be some type of precaution. If we know there's a problem, like I always say, We know there's a problem, then we have to do something about it. But like I said, anyway, let's continue. It says a 21-year-old man shot twice in the head and a 26-year-old man shot in the torso were pronounced dead at the University of Chicago Medical Center, police said. So, these are young people dying, basically. Young people. The 12-year-old was struck in the buttocks and taken to Comer Children's Hospital, according to the police, who said the 13-year-old was shot in a hand and also taken to Comer to be treated. So they shot someone in the buttocks, basically. A woman, 29, was struck in the elbow and taken to the hospital in good condition, and the sixth victim, a 40-year-old woman, suffered 2 graze wounds, according to police. I wish that whatever this madness is going on, I wish that it would stop, said Tony Watkins, who lives in an apartment complex that overlooks the parking lot where the shooting was and has lived in the area for 7 years. Usually I feel safe around here, but now this has me questioning because it's close to home right now. Apparently it's not safe anymore. She said she's fearful. She says she's fearful of her own 16-year-old daughter. There's no safe place in Chicago, it seems like. Okay. Anyway, I tell her every day, if you're going out or going to work, please be careful and come back home to me. Stay away from those knuckleheads, Watkins said. Seems like Chicago's full of those. Watkins said she cried when she heard about an earlier shooting in which a 1-month-old baby was shot last week while in a car. She said she's distraught over kids being shot. They didn't ask to be hurt. I just pray and hope that the kids are okay that got hurt. And this is just it's madness. A kid, a baby. You know how I feel about these things. You know how I feel about it. Y'all heard my last podcast. Y'all heard my rant on my last podcast. Y'all heard how a 1-month-old baby, they're shooting babies in Chicago. They don't even care. They don't care if you're 1 year old, 1 month old. That's why, you know, I harp on the police when they shot that baby, but we're shooting our own babies. How can I harp on police for shooting babies when we're doing it? How can I harp on police brutality when we're doing it? How can I harp on police shooting us when we're shooting us? How can I harp on them for killing us when we're killing us? You know, we know, I'm not saying that it's all right. I'm not saying what they're doing is okay. I'm not saying that police brutality is great. It's the greatest thing ever. No, I'm not saying anything like that. What I'm saying is why, and even in my area, you know, I'm on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. We have constant shootings and things like that over here, down here. It's been going on constant. It's been going on every day, every week. It's been a different shooting. It's been a different killing. It's been a different homicide. It's been somebody on the run from the police. It's been going on down here too. But I'm using Chicago to, because I've been hearing about it in Chicago a lot too. But it's also been going on here, like daily almost. It's a different shooting. Somebody's breaking in somebody's house. Somebody's shooting somebody. Somebody had another shootout. Every time I look up, it's another shootout. It's like when I hate to say it like that, but it's like our people really don't need guns. We're terrible when it comes to guns. We're awful. When it comes to guns, we're horrible. We're terrible with guns. We're just, all we do is kill each other with them. It's like we don't know. I don't understand. We give. Certain people shouldn't have access to guns. Okay, because when you have an evil heart, it doesn't have a conscience. It don't care who you kill. Don't care what you do. It's just terrible. Just always a horrible outcome. You have kids walking around with guns, seeing how many people they can kill, seeing how many babies they can hurt. Well, I shot a baby. You know, this is just not. That's not something I don't know. I don't know what we can do to fix it, but it's just not good at all. Several people who live near the parking lot where the shootings happened said groups of 100 or more people often gathered there. A 27-year-old man who said he had lived on that block for 15 years said that street beefs mean everything revolves around retaliation. But what he said he can't understand is, you see a whole bunch of kids, something should click in your head saying not to shoot. No, it doesn't click in their head. They don't care who they shoot. That's the point. They don't care who they kill. They don't care. These people that are out here that are doing these shootings, they don't care. We're expecting this. Let me tell y'all guys something. Some guys, we got to stop looking at color. We have to stop looking at color at this point. We can't keep looking at color, because obviously you have people that share our skin color, that have brown skin, that don't care anything about you. They don't care who they kill. They'll shoot your son in the face and not care. Okay? We gotta start looking at. We think it's color, and I know. I too wonder why we kill our own people. We kill our own kind. I just said some things like this a few minutes ago, wondering why we do it. But I also know we gotta stop looking at color, because you have evil in every race, every creed, every nation. So it's just they're not gonna look at, okay, that's a child, I'm not gonna shoot. They don't care. They don't care who they kill. They don't care who they shoot. They don't care what they do. They don't care. They simply don't care. You could be 2 years old. They will shoot you and not lose any sleep. That's who we're dealing with, and we have to understand that as a people who we're dealing with. You have guys like that don't care. Okay, Shelby Childs recently moved with her 9-year-old son into a lower level apartment that overlooks the parking lot. We're sitting up there having a good time, enjoying ourselves, celebrating 4th of July, and you're out there plotting to kill people, Childs said. Whoever was behind the shootings, that's why I'm getting my son and myself away. Great decision, Childs. I should give you the Rick and Morty slow clap. Great decision. Childs, 25, said she had left the neighborhood Sunday and something told me, don't come home. It's so scary. Childs said the violence is becoming normal. She said someone has shot and killed about a month ago outside her mother's house in Hyde Park. I saw the body, her son said. The 9-year-old said that he tried to stay calm, think of something else, and think of something peaceful. That's terrible. That's sad. That's the most horrible thing ever. He has to see a dead body and try to figure out a way to maintain his peaceful mindset. That's just god awful. Anyway, it's scary, said his mother, who's working towards a nursing degree. I feel like I need to carry a gun, and I don't want to, but it's been a trend of kids and women being shot more and more and more around here, and it's scary. I cannot wait to leave. You're okay. Let's see something. Let's dissect that. You don't want to carry a gun. I don't think you have a choice. Don't think you have a choice, because how dangerous it is out there. I don't think you have a choice. You have to use, these days you have to use protection anywhere, because people don't care. People just simply don't care. They don't care who they kill. They don't care who they mess up. They just don't care. I mean, they really don't care. They'll do anything. They'll kill a child. Like I said, they'll kill a baby. They'll kill women. They'll kill a pregnant woman. They don't. We can't associate it with color anymore. We just gotta be. We gotta protect ourselves and our lives. If you see a 15-year-old shooting at you, you have to protect yourself. It's not just about kids anymore. It's not just about color anymore. It's about survival now, because people are doing things. Kids have guns, and 16-year-olds have guns, and they think they're having a field day, and they're actually killing people. It's just, I mean, I've seen it everywhere. It's all around here. You got 14-year-olds with guns. It's awful. It's god awful. We say we don't want to have a gun. We don't have a choice. I didn't want to have a gun, because I've never even cared for guns. I'm not a fan of guns. I'm honestly not. I like knives and collect knives and things like that. I'm not a fan of guns, but I know what times are calling for. I know the situation in life. I know that in order to protect ourselves now, we have to do what we have to do. There's a lot of things I don't want to do that I'm doing because it's necessary. It's because I have to do it. We don't want to do it. I understand how she feels when she says she doesn't want to, but I also understand if we don't protect ourselves, it might not end well for our child. It might not end well for our children and for people we're trying to protect, for our kids or for our families. We gotta do what we gotta do, and that's just what it is. Police commander sergeant shot on West Side. A Chicago police commander and a sergeant were shot and wounded early Monday after the police dispersed a crowd on the West Side. Officers were hit when someone on foot fired shots around 1:30 a.m. in the 100 block of North Long Avenue, police said. The commander was struck in the foot and the sergeant was grazed in the leg, according to police. So they're not even afraid of police. They're shooting police. They don't care. I'm just telling you, they don't care. There are different ways we have to deal with this, but it may seem harsh and cruel, but like that. But I'll express my thoughts after this thing. After I'm done with it, it may seem harsh and cruel, but it may be the only way to break them, to make them more fearful. You may not agree with it. We got to be good and shake hands, and you have to turn the other cheek. I'm going to express how I really feel at the end of this. Driver fatally shot in Little Village. A man was killed while driving Monday in Little Village on Southwest Side. He was driving a gray SUV about 9:15 a.m. in the 3400 block of West 26th Street when someone fired shots at his vehicle, striking him multiple times, police said. The 34-year-old crashed into a parked car after the shooting. Police said he was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital where he was pronounced dead. One killed, one hurt in Lauderdale shooting. A man was killed and another man wounded in a shooting Monday morning in Lauderdale on the west side. You see all these people getting shot and killed? Yeah. The men were outside just after 2 a.m. in the 1800 block of South Kildare Avenue when they were struck by a gunfire, police said. One man, about 30 years old, suffered multiple gunshot wounds to the body and was pronounced dead at Mount Sinai Hospital, according to police. He has not yet been identified. The other man, 62, suffered a gunshot wound to the knee and was taken to the same hospital where his condition was stabilized, police said. More people shot. Really. Gun violence. Guns. I really think they should go back to how it used to be when guns weren't even legal. I'm sorry, man. I'm just sorry. I don't think guns should be legal because it's awful. This is terrible here. This is terrible. I mean, you might hate me for saying this. Guns should only be legal. Guns should only be available to law enforcement, military, and people with hunting license, stuff like that. Those type of guns. And I'm just saying because it's just terrible. It's awful. I'm not, I don't know, I just can't. It's awful. Anyway, woman shot to death in Austin. Woman shot to death in Austin. One person was killed and 3 others wounded in a shooting Sunday night in Austin on the west side about 10:45 p.m. 2 men and a woman were standing in an alley in the first block of North Minard Avenue when a 33-year-old man began shooting at them. 33-year-old man. He was my age and he was doing this crap. A woman 30 suffered a gunshot wound at the head and was pronounced dead at the scene, according to police. A man 32 was struck multiple times in the body and taken to Struger Hospital, where his condition was stabilized, police said. Another man, 49, suffered a gunshot wound to the buttocks. They're shooting people in the butt? What is wrong with you guys? And was taken to the same hospital where his condition was also stabilized, police said. A 49-year-old man who was concealed carry license holder witnessed the incident and shot at the offender, according to police. He should have killed him. The offender, a 33-year-old man, was struck in the arm and hip, police said. He was placed into custody and taken to Struger Hospital in serious. Yes, he shot him. Yes, he shot the guy that was causing the trouble. Great, fantastic. I should give you the Rick and Morty slow clap. Old Town fatal shooting. Just after 6 a.m. Sunday, a man was walking across the street in the 200 block of West Division Street when someone approached him and the two exchanged words. Police said the other person then began firing several shots towards the man, striking him in the torso. Police said he was taken to Northwestern Memorial Hospital where he died. Police, man, so you can't even get in an argument. You have a disagreement. This is terrible. This is horrible. You can't even get in an argument up there. You can't even have an argument if you disagree. You can't even disagree with anyone. You can't even disagree with somebody up there. They're exchanging words, and someone fired. They just take out their gun and start shooting. Okay, I don't agree with what you said. I'm gonna kill you now. Why do we think like this? What? Okay, what has to be in our mind for us to think this way? What has to be in our mind if you disagree with someone? If you're angry with someone, you automatically resort to violence. You automatically resort to pulling out your gun. Okay, I got a gun. I'm going to use it because I don't like this guy. This is the most ridiculous thing. Teen killed near West Side. A 19-year-old man was killed while riding in a vehicle late Saturday on the near West Side. You can't even go on the West Side. South Side's bad. The West Side's bad. Let me guess. All of them are. Just after 11 p.m., the teen was riding as a passenger in a vehicle in the 2600 block of West Van Buren Street when someone fired several shots. Police said he suffered 5 gunshot wounds throughout his body and was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital where he was pronounced dead, police said. 19-year-old teen. All these shootings. These are different events, guys. These are different things. These are all different occasions. One was a mass shooting, and others they're shooting babies. They're shooting children. They're just doing what they like. It's just awful. It's all awful. It's terrible. They're deciding just to shoot. They do what they want. I don't understand it. I can't fathom it. I mean, when you have people that are, I don't know. I don't even know how to pronounce it. I don't even know how to explain this kind of stuff. It's just not. I don't have words. When I don't have words, I don't have words. I'm a broadcaster. I don't have words for this stuff. Our people are killing each other, and when something happens, we go to blame. We want to blame police brutality. We want to blame race. Look at what we're doing, though. Guys, police approach us violent for a reason. I know they shouldn't stereotype. I know they shouldn't do that, but look at what we do, guys. Look at the things that we're doing. Look at what we're doing. They're shooting police officers. They're shooting sergeants and lieutenants and all of that kind of stuff. What are they see, I know the difference between black people and niggas. I know the difference between black women and ratchets. See, I know the difference. But from the outside looking in, they probably don't. You understand? All they see is skin color. And, you know, and a lot of them didn't grow up in that Jim Crow era and all that, where all the racist stuff was actually going on. So when they see people like this on the streets just shooting and killing and fighting and doing all this kind of stuff, you know, a lot of them use guns because you've seen the incidents where tasers were used and it didn't work. The guy, I seen a video where the cop tried to tase the guy. He faked like he was, like the taser hurt him, and then he proceeded to beat the cop upside the head with the stick and ran away. So it's kind of hard to judge these different cases. It's kind of hard to just sit here and blame the police for everything. Cause I'm seeing this. I'm just looking at everything that's going on. You know, it's just not I can't just take our side every single time, especially when we're doing wrong stuff. Now, when the police are in the wrong, I go after the police. When we're in the wrong, I hold us accountable. So I try to be fair. And this is kind of terrible here. This is the worst article I've read in my entire life. This is the worst it's ever been, ever. I've been keeping up with killings and stuff in different areas. This is the worst I've ever seen it. Another teen fatally shot in West Pullman. See? A 17-year-old boy died after he was shot Saturday night at a West Pullman neighborhood home on the far south side. He shouldn't have been at the south side. It's the worst part of town. About 9:30 p.m., the teenager was in the basement of the home in the 1200 block of South Yale Avenue with several others when someone opened fire. Police said he was shot twice in the head and was taken to the Christ Medical Center in Oak Lawn. So wait a minute. So he was in the basement. They opened fire in the basement. These people are nuts. The teen, identified as Amari Brown, was pronounced dead at 7:50 a.m. Sunday at the hospital, the Cook County Medical Examiner's Office said. I want y'all to understand these kind of things. These people were shot. These people, innocent kids, innocent children, were shot. And they weren't even acknowledged in news. They weren't even acknowledged in media. I want y'all to think about these things. I really want y'all to think about this kind of stuff. Black on black, stuff like this, it's not big in news. It's only big now. It's only articles now because it's so terrible, it's so horrible, so horrifyingly bad. So it's gotten so outrageously terrible that they had to report it. But killings like this happen all the time, and no one's ever. It's never big. It's big when you see black and white killings. When you see white on black, when you see police killing black people. We got to do something about it. We got no justice, no peace. We understand that. I understand that. I'm all for that. I'm not against that at all. But why can't we stop this kind of stuff from happening? Why do we have to? Why can't we stop this? The black on black crimes, the kids having guns, the kids selling dope to kids, the killers selling dope to everybody. You got people running the streets, having shootouts, having drive-by shootings. Why can't we prevent this kind of stuff? We fight racism. Why can't we keep that same energy when it comes to doing this? Why can't we keep that same energy when it comes to black on black crimes, when it comes to shootings, when it comes to this kind of stuff, when it comes to drive-bys and people killing babies, they're killing black babies. That's why I'm showing this kind of outrage, because I have the same outrage when it comes to anybody taking a life. If anybody takes a life, so I got to be fair. I'm not just going to report the police brutality. I'm not just going to report when those police shot that black baby. I'm not just going to report that kind of stuff. I'm going to report everything, because I got to be fair. This is horrible. This is horrible. This is the most outrageous thing I've ever read in my life. I've never read anything this horrible, this bad. I've never read anything like this. You know, I'm not counting the stuff we read in history books with the Holocaust and all that kind of stuff. Not counting all that kind of stuff. You know what I'm talking about. It comes to news and broadcasting. I've never. Look at all these shootings. I'm not even done. Let's see here. Almost, but I'm not done yet. So you guys gotta bear with me here. I'm almost done. But you get my point. This is terrible. Here. This is awful. Look at all this. Got one more after this, I think. But you get my point. This is just bad. This is not just Chicago, guys. It's going on in my area. It's going on in Gulfport, Biloxi, Moss Point, in my surrounding on the Mississippi Gulf Coast. It happens in Alabama. It happens in Georgia. It's happening everywhere, and it's not big. It's not big. It's only big when a white cop kills a black person. It's only big when that happens. When it's black and white. You only see it when it's black and white. When you see black on black, it's world star. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's cute. I don't think it's cute to me. To me, it's not cute to see our people destroy each other. To me, it's not cute. I'm sorry. I mean, I might be an outcast. I don't care what's said about me after this. But it's just, I think it's horrible. I think it's just as bad. You understand? This is even when Mr. Chauvin was on George Floyd's neck. This stuff is worse than that. Honestly, this stuff is worse than that. You can get mad at me all you want. We know, oh, he's a white cop. How dare you? Yeah, I don't care what you think. I don't care what anybody thinks. All this stuff is terrible. That what Mr. Chauvin did doesn't compare to what these guys. They shot babies and infants, and you shot a 1-month-old infant. You shot a 1-month-old infant, man. They're shooting 5-year-olds. They're shooting 19-year-olds. They shot the 17-year-old in the head. They're shooting people in the head. They're shooting children. They're just opening fire. Okay, we know. Okay, but the police, some of them that did do that, they know what they're doing. But these kids do too. They might not know any better. They might not mean, killing is killing. Someone's baby's still dead. Someone's wife is still dead. Someone's husband is still dead. Someone's child is still dead. These people are still hurt and wounded in the hospital. These people are still had to suffer for the sake of somebody just trying to have. It doesn't matter why they did it. It was done. If I set your house on fire, I thought it would be pretty to see the flames. You still don't have a house anymore. What does it matter? Little Village shooting. A man was killed and 2 others wounded in a shooting Saturday evening in Little Village on Southwest Side. About 7 p.m. a cornered citizen called in a tip about a vehicle driving slowly and bumping against a curb, police said. Responding officers found the man, thought to be about 20 years old, inside the vehicle in the 4200 block of South Serial Avenue with 3 gunshot wounds to the torso, police said. He was taken to Mount Sinai Hospital where he was pronounced dead. Police said his name hasn't been released. 2 other men, 32 and 27, were struck in the arm and taken to the same hospital where they were listed in good condition, police said. How many people are going to this hospital? Man, they were busy this weekend. Whatever weekend this happened, they were all this was in one weekend. All of this was in one weekend. All of this took place in one weekend, in one city. All of these shootings took place. I'm saying it so you guys could catch on. All of these shootings took place in one weekend. All of them. Everything that I'm reading it was over one weekend. Teen shot to death in Belmont. Cragen, a member of the National Guard and Springs, Chicago police officer, was found shot to death early Saturday in Belmont Cragen on northwest side. Really. Shiraz Carvajal of Portage Park had attended a house party. I didn't want to butcher his name. I had to take my time. Friday night with his girlfriend, and at one point went to get something from his car. His sister, Jennifer Ramirez, said about 1:25 a.m. officers responded to a call of shots fired in the 2200 block of North Lockwood Avenue and found Carvajal, 19, lying unresponsive on the sidewalk with gunshot wounds to the back and abdomen. Police said he was transported to Illinois Masonic Medical Center where he was pronounced dead, according to police. Carvajal, I don't know, sir, how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. Carvajal was found early Saturday lying unresponsive on the sidewalk in the 2200 block of the North Lockwood Avenue with gunshot wounds to the back and abdomen. Police said he was transported to Illinois Masonic Center where he was pronounced dead. We are very upset and we're heartbroken, Ramirez said Sunday. My mom, she's really devastated. She's been crying. She has a sore throat because of all the crying. She's just heartbroken. Yeah, this is... I don't even know how to respond to that one. Because you go to get something from your car and then someone just unloads on you. You can't even check your car for... You can't even go to your... If you leave something out in your car in Chicago, you basically just have to leave it there until the morning or whatever, because they're going to probably try to gun you down for no reason. They're just driving by, going around just killing random people, for Christ's sake. Ramirez said it's hard to imagine life without her brother, whom she'll remember as a man with a big, loving heart who was always willing to help others. She pleaded for anyone with information to come forward. They're not going to come forward. I'm sorry. Sorry, Ramirez. They're not going to come forward because they're just terrible people. We just want people to help if they saw something, if they know something to help. They're not going to help. No one's going to, because every shooting I've been hearing about, everything, this is not even all of them. Everything I've been hearing about, they're still waiting for people to come forth, and no one ever does. If my family saw nothing or witnessed something, we would speak up, she said. That's the right thing to do. Yeah, good doesn't mean nothing in Chicago, it seems, because they're just running amok. They're just doing what they want. It's just I would never live there. You couldn't pay me to move to Chicago. You could not. Just could not. It's awful. There's more to it, but there are no more killings. So I'm not gonna read the rest of that because it's not killing. It's just other stuff, people's opinions and stuff like that. But it's just, you know what I think about this kind of crap. I really think in Chicago, as far as shootings like that, I think if you kill a baby, I think you should be put to death. You might not like what I have to say about that. You might not like my response or my word. But I think if you kill a child, I think you should be put to death. I think they should just start putting these people to death that do these shootings. No one's come forth, but I think if you're sane, you should be put to death. If they find out who you are, if you're identified, yeah, you should be put to death. I really think they should, because that's the only way you can cut down on all these shootings, all these killings, regardless of what your skin color is. I think if you're just going around just doing drive-by shootings and all of that, I really think you should be put to death. I really do think you deserve the death penalty, because you don't care who you kill. You don't belong in society. I'm just saying, if you're just going around randomly shooting and killing people. I don't think you deserve it. That's just my opinion. This is my thoughts. This is what I think, because it's awful. It shouldn't. All those killings in one weekend. All of those killings. All of them. That's one weekend. It's one weekend, guys. One weekend. All of that happened on the 4th. More gunshots happened than fireworks. And you should have seen what they did on Juneteenth. It was about as bad as that on Juneteenth. That's how they celebrate things around there. They just go around killing people. They just go around. They see somebody. Hey, let's see how many people we can kill. It's just crazy. It's like they had a purge over that movie, The Purge. It's like they had a purge over the weekend. It's like the black version of The Purge. It's crazy. I just don't. That's what it looks like. It's like they had a whole purge in Chicago. Like they just had their way. They had guns and just did what they wanted. They ran amok and just, let's see how many people we can kill. It's like they were taking score and all that. I don't understand it. Shooting people in the head, shooting people in the torso. They just seeing what they can do. It's just everybody shouldn't have guns. They shouldn't allow everyone to have guns. Everyone shouldn't have them. They're too dangerous. This shows it. Like I said, it's not even just Chicago. I mean, I've been seeing this stuff happening ever since the end of the last year. There's been stuff. People breaking in houses, even around here. People breaking in houses and stuff like that. And it's just, and like I did report on that where the guy killed his baby mama and her family. It's just been a lot of shootings. People just don't deserve. Everybody shouldn't have guns. When they passed those gun laws and allowed everybody and anybody to have a gun, it went downhill from there. It just went so horrifyingly bad after that. Everybody doesn't need a gun, but now everyone has one because they have to protect themselves. But like I said, I think guns should just be reserved for people that have those licenses. You shouldn't just. I don't think you should have access to a gun without a permit, without some type of license. You should be able to take the class. We know that people are gonna find a way to get a gun, but I think if you don't have a hunting license or military, something like that, you should not have guns. You should not have a gun. Law enforcement should be the only people with guns. Because at this point, it's just horrible. I'm talking about in that area. It should be more strict. In areas where there's a lot of gun violence, it should be more strict when it comes to guns. I mean, I don't like that, but how else can you really just cut down on it? How else can you really cut down on gun violence? And it's too much. It's been going on too much. And it's always us doing it. It's always us doing it. Every time when we get a gun, we don't know how to act with a gun. We don't know how to act with guns. We just do what we want with guns. We've been running amok lately. Drive-by shootings. We can't talk about people that shoot up churches anymore. We can't talk about people that shoot up schools anymore. We do drive-by shootings. We don't care who we hit anymore. We're starting to act like those people. Drive-by shooting is just as you just fire into a crowd of 40-something people. Just unload on them. That's just like shooting up a church. It's just like shooting up a movie theater. It's no different. Killing is killing. I don't care how you slice it, how you dice it, how you turn it upside down. Killing is killing. So it's all the same to me. To me, I see it like that. I don't care what color you are. If you kill somebody, that person is dead. Yeah, we know they do those kind of things. They shoot up churches and schools and all that. But we're doing it too now. We're shooting up crowds of people. We're shooting up apartment complexes. We're just shooting people for no reason. We see somebody walking to their car, getting somebody in their car, we just shoot them dead. We just think he shouldn't live anymore for all of a sudden. We see a 5-year-old, we just shoot her in the face. We're not any better than them. We're not any better than them. When we do these things, we're not any better. We're not showing that we're any better. And I'm holding us accountable for this kind of stuff, because we have people that share our skin color, that share our heritage, that do these things. So that's why I'm not gonna sit here and play the blame game and point fingers, and because it's no matter the reason why it's happening. So it has to be something has to be done about it. But like I said, I think people, and I've seen videos and things like that where they were just getting put on house arrest and stuff like that after killing people, after killing babies, they get put on house arrest. You know, I think they should be just taken out. Just take them out. They should be done away with. That will stop the killings. If you just put them to death, that will stop the killings. Well, we can't do that. We got to give them a fair trial. If someone shoots your 2-year-old baby in the face, you wouldn't want them to get a fair trial. Let's just be real about it. Let's just be honest about this stuff. We wouldn't want them to get a fair trial. If someone shot our 2-year-old baby in the face, you wouldn't care if they had a fair trial or not. They'd be lucky if you didn't take matters into your own hands. So I'm just being raw and honest and human when it comes to these responses. You wouldn't care about a fair trial if someone killed your child. Your child just got sent off to college. He's 17 years old. He's 18 years old. He just got sent off to college. You raised him and all this kind of stuff. Then someone shoots him dead. Someone shoots him in the head. Bam, he's dead. You wouldn't care if he had a fair trial or not. He'd be lucky if you didn't kill him yourself. See, it's too much going on. So we gotta kind of. I see it from the parents' point of view. I see it from the victim's point of view, the sisters and things like that. Because you can't. I'm just saying, you can't take this kind of stuff light, because it's not. We know they don't care. They don't care. And I have other things. I did some information, did some research on Black Lives Matter. I'm going to do a stream on that one too. I'm going to do a podcast on Black Lives Matter, and I'm going to explain why I no longer support it. That organization, I'm going to break it down. You may not like me or whatever. I'm going to break it down. I'm going to explain why I no longer support it. I'm not going to be disrespectful, any of that kind of stuff. But I'm going to explain it for people that may not understand. But I'm going to explain why I don't support it. And you'll see what I'm talking about when I dig up everything I'm trying to dig up on that one. But as far as this is abysmal. This is the worst thing. It's the worst thing I've ever read in my life. I hate reading stuff like this. I hate seeing our people act like this. I hate seeing violent acts and violent shootings and stuff like that. Because I do articles on police brutality. I'm all for black power, black justice, and all that kind of stuff. But when it comes to this kind of stuff, I can't ignore it. I just can't sit by, they're killing each other. I just ignore it and just focus on police brutality. No, I can't. This is too big. Stuff like this is. I was gonna let it just brush by. I wasn't gonna do anything on it before, but it just. I know I couldn't. Had to cover it because this is not the first weekend that's been going on. This is not the first event. It's been going on way before this. It's just kept happening. Different shootings, different killings. It's been, like I said, even in this area, it's been different shootings, killings. So I had to mention it. A lot of stuff has been going on lately since I was on my break or whatever, my hiatus, it's been a lot of killings. So yeah, I just couldn't sit back and not talk about it. But like I said, I don't have anything else to say on it. Pretty much done with this one. But the next one I'm probably going to do will be most likely why I no longer support Black Lives Matter. And I'm going to explain it to the T. I'm going to explain it. I'm going to talk about all of that. I'm going to have articles to support my claim and why I say it. I don't just say stuff without some kind of article, without some kind of source. So yeah, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this stream. If you have anything you want to input, you want to talk about, you want to discuss, display it in the comment. Let me know in the comments. If you want to get on the show or voice your opinion, thing like that, let me know in the comments. Also, you can hit me up, Facebook, Instagram, to let me know what you think about the show. Like I said, if you want to just to show your support, like, subscribe, engage, comment, and I hope you enjoyed it. That's all I had to say for this one. I'm out.